Introduction of Creativity Inc. Book Summary. Secrets to boost team creativity. Does your team have great ideas but struggle to bring them to life? Many teams face this problem, stuck between trying new things and playing it safe. Ed Catmull, co-founder of Pixar, faced the same challenge. Yet he helped build Pixar into a world-famous animation studio. In his book, Creativity Inc., he shares lessons on how to overcome hidden obstacles that block creativity. Here are key takeaways from his approach. Create a safe space. Fear of failure kills creativity. Let your team know mistakes are part of the process. This builds confidence to try bold ideas. Encourage open feedback. Pixar uses brain trust meetings. Teams give honest feedback without fear of judgment. This helps improve ideas quickly. Focus on the process. Great ideas come from hard work, not sudden inspiration. Trust the creative process, even when it's messy. Challenge the status quo. Don't settle for good enough. Always ask how things can be better. This keeps innovation alive. Lead with humility. Leaders don't need all the answers. Support your team by listening and learning with them. If you lead a team or dream of building something great, these lessons can help. Unlock your team's creative potential today. This video, including its audio and script, is protected by copyright. Unauthorized reproduction, distribution, or piracy is strictly prohibited and may result in legal action. Welcome to Creativity English Book Summary, Episode 3. In this episode, we'll explore 2014 published book Creativity Inc., written by Ed Catmull with Amy Wallace. The full title of the book is Creativity Inc., Overcoming the Unseen Forces That Stand in the Way of True Inspiration. Chapter 1 of Creativity Inc. Book Summary. Breaking the Feedback Barrier. Hierarchical structures often block honest feedback from employees, especially when it's directed at their superiors. Most people feel too scared or insignificant to share ideas with their bosses. This fear can hurt the business because unresolved problems remain hidden. So how can companies fix this? By creating open feedback systems where employees feel safe to share their thoughts. Take Pixar, for example. In 2013, they held Notes Day, pausing all work so the entire staff could discuss company issues in teams. This event encouraged open dialogue, helping identify and solve problems together. But it's not just about gathering feedback. Leaders should help employees take ownership of their work. In the 1940s, Japan, factories improved productivity with a simple change. Any worker could stop the assembly line by pulling a cord if they noticed an issue. This gave workers pride in solving problems quickly, without waiting for a manager's approval, boosting efficiency. Lastly, employees need to feel their opinions truly matter. Many stay silent, fearing their ideas will be ignored or dismissed. Ed Catmull, Pixar's co-founder, tackled this by meeting individually with employees to hear their thoughts. This personal approach made staff feel valued and confident to speak up. Creating open feedback channels, empowering employees, and valuing their input are key steps to breaking the feedback barrier in any organization. Chapter 2 of Creativity Inc. Book Summary. Why we fear change. Many people avoid change because they fear failure. They prefer familiar routines instead of taking risks. For example, when an office gets a new computer system, employees often resist using it. Even after trying, they complain that the old system was better. Why does this happen? People fear new things because they worry about making mistakes. No one likes to feel like a failure. Think of learning to play the guitar. A good teacher won't expect students to play a new song perfectly on the first try. Mistakes are part of learning. If students fear failure too much, they might give up before even starting. This mindset applies to business as well. In business, it's important to create an environment where people don't fear failure. This helps them feel confident to try new ideas. Fear of the unknown often leads companies to stick to strict, safe plans. They think this will help them control the future, but being too rigid can cause them to miss out on new opportunities. Consider what happened when Pixar merged with Disney Animation Studios. Disney's head of HR presented a strict 2-year plan with detailed goals and staffing suggestions. The goal was to avoid instability. But Ed Catmull, a Pixar leader, knew this was a mistake. While having goals is good, businesses need flexibility to adapt and grow. Catmull refused the plan, choosing flexibility over rigid control. Embracing change and being open to mistakes can lead to growth and success. Chapter 3 of Creativity, Inc. Book Summary. Why leaders must listen. Great leaders know they aren't perfect. They admit their mistakes and value their team's ideas. But why is this so hard for many people? The answer is confirmation bias. This means we prefer information that supports what we already believe. British psychologist Peter Wason proved this in the 1960s. His experiment showed that people favor ideas that match their opinions, even if they're wrong. Imagine planning an office party on a boat. 3 co-workers warn you about mixing alcohol with water. A risky combo? One person praises your idea. Which do you listen to? Most people focus on the praise, ignoring the valid concerns. This is confirmation bias at work. It can lead to poor decisions, like a dangerous office party. Leaders face this problem too. They might ignore smart suggestions because they believe their own ideas are best. To avoid this trap, leaders must admit they don't know everything and be open to feedback. Take Pixar as an example. Animators used to work throughout the film's production. This caused delays because they had to redo animations when plans changed. Then an employee suggested a bold idea: move animation work to the end of production. This way, animators would have all the needed details, saving time and effort. Pixar's leaders listened, tried it, and it worked brilliantly. The lesson? Good leaders listen. Great leaders admit they're wrong sometimes. They welcome different views, even when it's uncomfortable. This makes teams stronger and decisions smarter. Chapter 4 of Creativity, Inc. Book Summary. Why employees work harder. Employees are more motivated when they feel their work matters. Think about it. Would you learn quantum physics or Chinese without a strong reason? Probably not. We often quit things that don't connect to a bigger goal. For companies to perform well, they need a clear goal. This goal doesn't have to be specific. It can be something broad, like striving for excellence. When employees believe in this goal, they push themselves to do better. Take Pixar as an example. The founders were passionate about excellence, and this inspired their team. During the making of Toy Story 2, they faced big problems that could have ruined the project. But because everyone wanted to create something great, they worked tirelessly, even 7 days a week. Their hard work paid off when the movie earned over $500 million. Employees also work harder when they feel their role is important. During Toy Story's production, some staff looked down on production managers, thinking they slowed things down. Despite this, the managers knew they were part of something historic. They stayed focused and did their best, ignoring the criticism because they believed in the value of their work. When people feel connected to a meaningful goal and see their work as important, they put in more effort. This drive for excellence leads to success. Chapter 5 of Creativity, Inc. Book Summary. Teamwork beats ideas. Success in business does not only come from great ideas, it comes from having the right team. People are more important than ideas or processes. A good team can make even a simple idea work well. Every product you use, from phones to fancy meals, is made by a team. Many minds work together to create something useful. This is why choosing the right people is very important. A great idea without a great team may fail. Even if you have the best plan, you need the right people to make it happen. Many people believe that ideas are the key to success. While good ideas matter, the team behind them is even more important. If the people in the team work well together, they can bring any idea to life. When you build a team, diversity is very helpful. A group of different people can share many viewpoints. Their differences help them solve problems. They can inspire each other and learn from one another. Teams that are diverse work better than teams that all think the same way. They use their unique skills to create amazing work. There are many examples of this idea in real life. Many inventions and products were not made by one person alone. They were made by many people who helped each other. For instance, when students at a famous university were allowed to explore and experiment, they made great progress. They were given freedom to work on projects without strict rules. This freedom helped them share ideas and work late into the night. Their work even led to early versions of modern inventions. This shows that people working together can change the world. A team of creative and diverse individuals can turn any idea into success. If you want to succeed in business, work on hiring the best people. Form a team that can talk and work well together. Remember, people are more important than ideas. A strong team can build anything. Chapter 6 of Creativity Inc. Book Summary. Empower your team. Managers must trust the people they hire. They should let their team make decisions. A good boss gives freedom to employees. Do you remember a boss who watched every move you made? That type of boss micromanages. Micromanaging is not helpful. It stops creativity. It lowers team spirit. When managers do not trust their team, problems arise. Employees feel less motivated. They lose confidence in their skills. When workers are not allowed to decide, they may hide their ideas. This slows progress. A team works best when it feels trusted. A better method is to let experts work without constant supervision. The people hired are skilled. They know their work. They can solve problems quickly. Trusting them makes projects flow smoothly. It also encourages creative solutions. A trusted team is strong and innovative. A famous example of trust in management is Pixar. Pixar has a group called the Brain Trust. This group has long-term employees and experts. They meet to review films and the work process. They share ideas freely. Their suggestions are not forced. The film director makes the final call. This system works well because experts feel valued. They can share ideas and take risks. Their work improves because they are trusted. Hiring smart and capable people is very important. Leaders should choose those who are more intelligent than themselves. This rule helps build a strong team. When leaders hire talented workers, they do not fear being replaced. They know that a capable team brings success. A smart employee can even fix problems better than a manager sometimes. This approach leads to the best outcomes. Managers should trust and empower their team. They should allow workers to use their skills. Trust boosts creativity and morale. When employees feel trusted, they work better. This is the key to success. Empower your team and watch your work improve. Chapter 7 of Creativity Inc. Book Summary. Learning from Failure. A manager's job is not to avoid all risks. The job is to help the company rise again. Companies face bad luck. Some suffer more than others. While bad luck cannot be stopped, its harm can be reduced. One way to do this is to plan for recovery. Instead of stopping failure, managers prepare for it. This is a smart way to work. When problems occur, the team can work together to fix them. The idea is simple. Everyone is part of the solution. Pixar shows us a clear example. At Pixar, mistakes are expected. They work in cycles. They try a project, learn from errors, and try again. Each new version gets better. This method is called an iterative process. Pixar believes that mistakes help teams learn. Instead of blaming one person, they share the burden. The whole team is responsible for finding and fixing errors. Pixar had many problems during the making of Monsters, Inc. This film was made without the help of their most experienced director. The project faced many setbacks. However, the team did not give up. They worked hard to solve each problem. They repeated the work until the film was right. Even if the work was hard and tiring, they kept going. They did not see failure as a reason to quit. Allowing small failures early on is a good idea. In the early stages, mistakes help everyone learn. Workers can correct errors before they become big issues. At Pixar, there is plenty of time for learning and exploring. They let their employees experiment. This makes error correction less expensive. Fixing mistakes is easier during planning than during production. No one is perfect. Learning from mistakes is the best way to improve. Managers should create a safe space for errors. This way, everyone can grow and get better. The company becomes stronger. A plan that includes recovery is smart. It helps the business face tough times. Managers, teams, and companies benefit when failure is seen as a step to success. Chapter 8 of Creativity, Inc. Book Summary. Creative Workspaces. Companies must think about how their workspaces affect creativity. The place where employees work is not just a building. It is a tool that can help them create new ideas. A dull, gray office can kill creativity. Imagine a place with the same cubicles and the same routine every day. It can make people feel stuck and bored. A creative workspace can lift moods and inspire great ideas. A change in the office can be very simple. For example, at Pixar, meetings were once held at a long rectangular table with name cards. This table made meetings feel too formal. People sitting in the middle talked more. Those at the ends felt ignored. The solution was simple. The old table was replaced with a square table and the name cards were removed. With the new table, everyone could talk and share ideas more freely. It is important that the design of an office reflects the people who work there. When Catmull joined Disney Animation after it merged with Pixar, he did not like the plain offices. He felt the offices were cold and empty. There was no personal touch at any desk. He believed that this type of space made people feel alone. At Pixar, employees can change their workspace. They can add personal items and decorations. This freedom helps them show their personality. It also makes them feel more at home at work. Employees should not have to follow the same strict routines every day. They should be allowed to work in ways that suit them best. At Pixar, the tools department gives employees special time. 2 days each month are set aside for personal projects. Employees can use company technology for any project they choose. This time helps them relax and try new ideas. A well-designed workspace is a powerful tool. It makes work more fun and ideas more lively. Companies that care about their workspace often see happier, more creative teams. Conclusion of Creativity, Inc. Book Summary. We have reached the end of our journey. Thank you for watching. Today, we explored change. We learned that change is both inevitable and needed. Change brings uncertainty. It also brings instability. Yet these elements spark creativity. Our discussion showed that creative environments grow from change. We saw that a company must change to succeed. A team must work together. Every member plays a role. A strong team is built on trust. Trust is earned slowly. Trust builds confidence. Confidence makes the team strong. We also learned that creativity does not come by chance. It is nurtured over time. A creative culture needs a solid foundation. That foundation is teamwork. It is built with care and honesty. Leaders must support their teams. They must encourage new ideas. Our video showed that change is part of progress. Embrace change. Welcome its challenges. Let uncertainty drive you to innovate. Allow instability to push you to try new methods. Creativity grows when you let go of the old and welcome the new. This video reminds us, trust and teamwork are key. They help create a safe space for creativity, a safe space for growth. Thank you for joining us on this journey of change and creativity. We hope you feel inspired to build a better, more creative team. Goodbye for now and see you in the next video. Disclaimer, please check the description. Any digital copy of this content that is shared through piracy or downloaded without permission or uploaded on any online social media platform will be considered a clear violation of copyright law. Piracy is a serious offense and strict legal action will be taken against it. Additionally, copyright infringement may result in a strike against your YouTube channel or page, and it could even be deleted. Therefore, please do not engage in piracy or support it. This content has been created based on the references from the mentioned book. However, it may contain some unintentional errors or inconsistencies due to human or mechanical mistakes. If you notice any mistakes or inconsistencies, please accept our apologies and inform us through a comment or message. If you enjoy this book summary and wish to gain complete knowledge of the book, then please consider purchasing the book from an online or offline bookstore and reading it.